Alright, so we know the most important character of the Berserk series has got to be Skull Knight. Now, even though we don't know all of his origins, it's pretty clear that we know something about him. 1, the man is a king. 2, the man is very mysterious. And 3, he's obviously had his hand with the God Hand, and he's obviously experienced love and lost it. So the man has had a hell of experience. Did I mention that he's a dead man walking? Or can I say riding a horse? Now, the big thing that we must take away is that if it wasn't for Skull Knight, he has saved Guts, he has saved Casca, he saved Guts again, and he saved Guts again. Now, keep in mind, 1, Skull Knight, he's from the Elf Kingdom. And then he has a smith who's basically told him, dude, you are still alive? Honestly, I don't even know why you're still alive. You are a man in a suit with rattling bones. Basically hinting you are supposed to be dead. Skull Knight's attempts to defeat the God's Hands obviously has come to a fatal stop, because even though he has the Sword of Actuation, again, has been no effect on 1, Griffith in his new form, and then 2, Void. So is Skull Knight really capable of defeating the God Hands? Maybe. One thing that we must pay attention to is that Skull Knight and Zod the Immortal have a huge friendship. These are the best of friends. Every time they see each other, it's like no beat was missed. These two were back in sync. They were like, yo. And he's like, hey. And he's like, I'm gonna whoop your ass. Yeah, right. So they go at it, and they never get a conclusion to their duel. So they're always just going back and forth, and then Skull Knight's like, you know what? I don't have time for this. Maybe another day. And then he goes by his way. Now, did I mention that Skull Knight is a wonderful philosopher? He's always speaking in riddles. And this is what's always confusing to Guts. Even when the first time he met Guts from afar, telling him, you know, your sacrifice that you about to go through is about to be one hell of an experience. Guts was like, I don't even understand what you just said. And what are you talking about that darkness is gonna fall? I don't get it. And he's like, one day you'll understand. And then Guts is like, man, I have no idea what this man's talking about. So the big thing with Skull Knight that we all have to pay attention to is that he is a key player in this series. But the big thing that was revealed in this latest chapter, like you might have seen in this last video, is that, man, I think that was Skull Knight in that armor. That somebody was killed, somebody was sacrificed. And then on top of that, Void was there. You know, the Archangel, that man was there. And I'm like, and there was four other God's Hands. Now, the big question was, did Skull Knight slay them? Have no idea. Maybe he did, but 1, we already pointed out that Skull Knight's strength is not capable of slaying the God Hands. Even with the Sword of Actuation is in his body, I'm like, yo, I don't understand this now. That sword is in his body, yet you have not collected enough Egg Kings to basically be able to slay those demons. Question mark. Now we move on to just kind of his origins, being in the Elf Kingdom, same place that Puck comes from. Obviously, you know, he's a king, and it's pretty clear that everybody knows Skull Knight. You know, everybody knows that he's the king, and well, except for Guts, you know, poor guy, clueless, dumb dude. Just all he knows how to do is swing that sword, and you know, some strategic moves. Of course, he's gone on this journey, and he has seen some. And that girl that was in that armor, the bloodline, like Skull Knight is connected to that somehow. Like either he witnessed it or she sacrificed everything. I mean, it is clear that Skull Knight is important, regardless of what anyone says. Because if it wasn't for him, Guts, Casca would be gone, finished, dead. Berserk series would be finito, over, concluded. Darkness will fall upon the earth. But no, Skull Knight stepped in, saved them. Now, the big question is, why did he step in and save them? Well, he has an ulterior motive. And maybe he's trying to tell Guts, look, sir, you are about to go down the same path that I went through, which is, dead man walking. Like, it don't matter what you do. You trying to fight this. You know how they always say, you know, history repeats itself, but often rhymes? That is the case. Like, it may not be the exact same scenario that's happening to Guts and Casca, but I'm telling you, it is rhyming. Like, it is very similar to most likely Skull Knight's experience. And that is the most important thing, is that Skull Knight has a bigger agenda, but he's just not revealing it. And I don't know what it is. Maybe it's to take out the God Hands completely. But all we know is that he is a king and a philosopher, and he is one important man. Did I also mention that he was good with the ladies? Let me know if you agree with me or disagree. We could talk about this in the comments below. If you're looking for some of the most amazing content, Mastermind Comics in the building can get you what you need. Be sure to like, subscribe for more content from us. Also, go check out Berserk Manga Chapter 362 while you're on this channel. You know you want to.